All right. It's time to do what we do. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? What's up, Finn 900? Should I say FN 900? What's up, Ventic Ocean? I'm doing pretty good today. This is a little change of scenery. So first thing you guys will notice, Garrett's not here. He still has down with a bad case of the suds. So hopefully he'll be better soon. Until then, I'm going to be working on the Crait build, obviously. The exciting thing about this build is that it's actually small enough for me to kind of work in here. The idea around today's build is I'm going to be working on the middle section of these two base plates where the TIE fighter crashes. So you can see I have like part of it right here. It'll be chilling here. We're going to like break apart the wings, stick them in the ground somewhere. It'll be a pretty good time. So hoping you guys are going to enjoy this. I know I am. I'm really looking forward to it. The other reason I'm in here today is because I have like all my parts right here. So this part of the build is going to require a lot more than just like the pieces we use for salt. So I wanted to have it in here so I'd have pretty easy access to it. Like I didn't want to have to be going back and forth, trying to get the parts I need for this part of the build. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Someone says I spent like 10 hours on just one leg. I wouldn't say I spent 10 hours on one leg. I spent 10 hours streaming, but a big portion of that was me like looking at the chat and answering questions. So it certainly would not take you 10 hours to build one of those legs. It's a big leg, but I don't think it would take 10 hours to build it. Someone says, how much do I think the end build will cost? It's really impossible to say. A lot of the parts that we're using, we already own. A lot of the parts we're buying. I don't really keep too close track of like how much I spend on these things because it comes from so many different places. So it's really hard to say. So for now, I'm going to set the TIE fighter aside. I'm going to start kind of building up the ground, and I'm going to basically be looking at some pictures from the trailer where they show the shot of the TIE fighter getting shot out of the air, hits the ground, it rolls a little bit, and then it stops. So I pretty much have this space to work with. So we're going to see how much we can squeeze into this little area that we've allotted for this crashed TIE fighter. I'm actually pretty excited for this. It says, is the UCS Millennium Falcon worth buying? I'm currently saving for it. Yeah, definitely. It is like the ultimate Lego set. It's the most iconic ship. It's the biggest Lego set. It says, after building it, do I strip it apart and put it back in the boxes? No, we strip it apart and we will reuse it for our next MOC. It says, love the stream. It's been spending money I don't really have on Lego Star Wars Lego yet lately. Yeah, that seems to be pretty much my life. What's up, Joe Films? Glad we got a decent assortment of mods in the chat now. That's really going to help out with keeping this thing sorted out. LeBron James. I feel I've gotten so many different nicknames over the past few weeks. Wow, that's wrong. Hold on one second, guys. So what we're going to do today, because we get so many of the same questions, I'm putting an FAQ in the description of this video. So all of your burning questions will be answered there. All right, FAQ should be up now. Says I was eating my chicken nuggets. That sounds great. What's up, Forever Lego Studios? Yeah, that's exactly how my name is pronounced, Finn. Appreciate that, Nico. It's been a blast building this. It's been a blast being able to show you guys the process. It's been a blast getting your feedback and implementing it here in the MOC. I'm glad that we can build in real bricks now. I feel like we've spent so much time like designing, so it's nice to be building with real bricks. So for you guys joining in, today I'm going to be working on the Crash TIE Fighter area. So we left this spot open whenever we were building like these boxes up, and we gave ourselves some space to work with so we can put in the Crash TIE Fighter. So that's what I'm going to be working on. That's also the reason I'm here in my Lego room. I have all of my parts right here, so I'll be able to have easy access to really anything that I need to get this thing built up. How many mods are there? I think there's 9 now. We had 7 before you and John Cena. Yeah, no, that's actually kind of the idea. So in the video, you guys can actually check it out for yourself. If you look at the official Force Awakens, the official Last Jedi trailer, and they like shoot the TIE fighter out of the sky, and like as it gets shot, one of the wings flies off, and then it hits the ground, and the other wing kind of like crumbles into the ground. So we're gonna have bits and pieces of the TIE fighter as well as the wings scattered through this area, and I think it's gonna look pretty sweet. I think it's gonna look pretty sweet. And mods, so to kind of make the chat move a little bit more smoothly, if someone asks a question that's in the FAQ, I'd say just please direct them to the description. A lot of the questions that we get frequently are now in the description of this video, so you guys can find answers to those. That includes how do you become mod, what's going to be in this MOC, all that stuff, where's this MOC going to go. All those questions are answered now in the FAQ in the description of this video. So before you ask what might be a general question, I'd say make sure you check out the FAQ, and that'll pretty much give people a lot of the answers they're looking for. Yeah, we're gonna put some Vulptexes in this. Yeah. Honestly, guys, pretty much the only thing in this MOC that you see in the movie that won't be included in this MOC is the big battering ram cannon. That's really the only thing on Crait that's not going to be in this MOC. Everything else, we're going to have at least some version of it. Has opinions on the most recent Y-Wing. It's fantastic. I think it's easily the best Y-Wing they've made, and it's really nice to start getting updated versions of all those Rebel fighters. All right. So I'm thinking when it hits like back here, is going to be a little like crater. So there'll need to be a crater kind of in here. And then it's going to roll, so it's going to leave a lot of pieces in the ground. I think what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to build up like a base level starting here. It's going to be a few bricks lower than the ground level. That way I can kind of build up around it and leave myself some space for the craters. So that's pretty much what we're going to work on right now. Says, do I think Snoke's secret apprentice is a dank porg? Yeah. I think that the movie has pretty much led us to believe that that's the case. What's up, Angry TRex? Nice to see you back in the stream. right, dude. Good luck at school. Have fun. Appreciate you for stopping by, Big Bailey. I also fixed your name in the description of the last update. So please forgive me. Yeah, hopefully Chosen Warrior does join us. Hopefully he's no longer having those existential crises. All right, dude. Have fun at school. Hashtag remember Chosen Warrior. I just hit 6,300 subs. That's dope. Yeah, this mock is sponsored by Country Croc. What's up, Adaptoid Productions? It's a pretty good day. The weather's nice. I got the window open. Appreciate that, Lewis Lego Films. Glad you like the channel. What's going on? What is going on, guys? It's always nice to see the familiar faces as well as the new faces drop in. Said it's snowing in the UK right now. I don't like snow. It's cold and hard. Gets everywhere. It's not like you guys. Can I put Garrett's minifig next to you so he'll be there in some way? Maybe sometime later I'll go grab his minifigure so Garrett can make his on-screen appearance. How many base plates I think you should have for your Lego Ninjago City mock? Oh, I mean, how much space do you have? Do you have a lot of space? I'd say, like, basically figure out how much space you have, then pull out however much area you have. Use the most amount of space that you have. You said you have 3 feet on your dresser. 3 feet. Well, how much depth do you have? Could you fit like a great base plate on it from front to back? Says, will I do something special when I hit 10,000 subs? Yeah, I got to figure out. I wanted to do something special when I hit 4,000, but I feel like 5,000 and then 6,000 came so closely. So, the channel's growing so fast. I can't really afford to do a giveaway for every 1,000 giveaways. So I think every 1,000 subscribers that I hit. So I'm thinking whenever I hit like 10K, I'm definitely gonna have to do something special because that's a pretty big milestone. 10K is like my goal for the year. So if I hit that sometime soon, that's a really big deal. Please do not ask Garrett to kill himself. choose a fan and give them a sig fig. Seems like a lot of work. Although I guess that would be less work than what I was doing before, just sending out minifigures. Slowly running out of minifigures to send out to you guys. Says, is the MOC from Solid Brick Studios for you nice or not? Yeah, I like his MOC a lot. I keep up with his vids every week. I'm always looking for Lego Star Wars related content to keep up with, so. You're doing an Infinity War animation. Are you doing it like stop motion with Lego or something completely different? Says, what was my favorite monster truck to drive in MTM2? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I had a few sponge trucks. So, I don't know, probably Max D. Max D is my favorite monster truck, so how can I go against Max D? How's the ATM6 going along? If you didn't see it, yesterday I did an ATM6 live stream, and I finished a leg. So go check that out. You can go look like towards the end of the video. You can see the leg of the leg of the ATM6 that I finished up. All right, see you, Noah. Still just a leg. Well, that leg is about 1,300 pieces, so I don't know if I'd necessarily call it just a leg. That leg is bigger than most Lego sets. Am I going to watch SmackDown tonight? Probably not. I feel like SmackDown and Raw are generally pretty boring. Yeah, Josh, here, I'll actually show you. For those of you who didn't see yesterday, this is the leg. This is the leg that I finished up. It says, do I own the original UCS Millennium Falcon? No, I do not. I think I was, what, 13 when that set came out? The leg. My leg. Yeah, this is a minifig for scale. How many base plates have we covered so far? I think we have about 12. I think 12 is what we have now. We're going to have a total of 36. Says, how many base plates will the MOC be? That's in the FAQ. Check that out. Says, I don't even own that many. I don't own that many right now either. Gonna have to buy some more. How many was Scarif? Scarif, we used like, well, I guess to put it into perspective, because I can't say how many base plates it had because Scarif used like different sizes of base plates. But I will say that Scarif was about 16 feet long and about probably 20 inches wide, so just under 2 feet wide. This MOC is going to be 12 feet long and I guess around 4 feet. No, 60 inches, so 5 feet wide. Yeah, it's going to be 12 feet by 5 feet. Yeah, 1 gray and 1 tan. I guess that's 25 inches. So yeah, a little bit over 2 feet wide and 16 feet long. This one's going to be 12 feet long and 5 feet wide. Actually, that's a lie. It's going to be 6 feet wide. 12 by 6. So I guess, what is 16 times 2? 30. I don't know. 16 times 2, 32 square feet for Scarif. This one's going to be 12 times 6, 72 square feet. So it's actually a lot bigger. Yeah, I'm excited to see those front legs too. Did I finish the leg yesterday? Yeah, I think. Let me see. Maybe I can just sit the leg somewhere in the background so you guys can see it. I'll just keep it there. Appreciate that, Ilya. I try my best. Says, what is my favorite food? Shrimp. What's in the butter container? Some slopes. Various red slopes. How often do I do these streams? Seems like now the general thing is 2 a week. So there's like there's going to be at least 2 a week. There will be some sort of ATM6 stream and then like the Crait build stream. Says, does Garrett still need a bubble suit? Yeah, I think he's still down with the suds. What is my favorite MOC? Brick Plumbers Endor. Says, why am I not working on the ATM6? Well, I did that yesterday, and today I'm working on the Crait. Is this the first MOC that I have built? No. Check out my channel. There are many MOCs that I have built on my channel. How much would the bricks cost? At least $1,500. That's a rough guess, but that seems about right. How long have I known Garrett? What, since 2015? About 2 or 3 years now. Almost 3 years. How many Lego sets do I own? That's a good question. I have no idea. A lot. Favorite Han Solo set is easily that TIE Fighter. Love that thing. Says, what was my first MOC? I don't have a video on it, but if you look at my Flickr, which is actually linked on my channel, so you can find it there. My first MOC was in the apartment from episode 2 that Padme lives in, and she's like hiding from her assassin. That was the first MOC I ever did. I don't know why. I don't know why I chose that, but I did. Most people will do like a cool battle or a cool scene. I did the apartment from episode 2. Says put my Star Wars movie opinion in the description. I'll do it in a few. I'll do that in a few. That seems to be a very frequent question as well. Thought you'd come here while playing Battlefront 2 in the background. That sounds like a good time. Are you playing online? What map are you on right now? It says, are you also building my own AT-AT? Yeah. If you look at the most recent update video, you'll see, well, for one, the AT-AT is sitting there. And 2, it is my own custom. Right now it's an Imperial version, but I'm going to mod it to be the First Order version. I think Garrett has like 82 subs right now. That man is on a roll. Ryloth on Starfighter Assault. Droid died. Oh, you're playing the original Battlefront 2. I don't know why. I just assumed you were playing the EA version. When you said Ryloth, I'm like, what? How? Okay, that makes sense. Garrett wants more, and he knows he shouldn't. It says Ryloth ain't in the old one. And where the heck is Ryloth? How are you playing on Ryloth? Does someone want to explain that to me? He said he was playing on Ryloth. He says, why did I make the apartment from episode 2 and my least favorite movie is episode 2? I don't know. I will say, when I was younger, episode 2 was my favorite movie. Episode 2 was my favorite Star Wars movie when I was a young boy. Not really because of anything in the movie, though. Just because I liked the idea of the Clone Wars. I like the Phase 1 clones. It's probably fueled by my love and affection for the Republic gunship that I never owned. But I guess I own it now. But yeah, there's your fun fact for the day. When I was little, it says it's a Starfighter Assault map. Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. Okay. Tell another story, please. I don't know. Let me try to think of a good Lego-related story. Let me think. Let me think. You guys seem to enjoy the Lego stories. It says put Crait in a wooden crate when I'm finished. If it'll fit, sure. Says, what inspired me to make a Lego channel? That's actually a good question. So whenever I started out on YouTube, I think my initial plan was to do pivot animations, believe it or not. My idea was just mostly I wanted to do like pivot wrestling animations because I just found out about pivot. So I think that's what I really started out doing first. And then that kind of evolved into doing like the monster truck game videos. And then I started doing some Lego stop motion. And I think like initially my idea was like I wanted to do a like feature length Lego Star Wars movie. So I was going to like do a stop motion, like basically my own version of episodes 1, 2, and 3. That was my like long-term goal. But I didn't really have any experience doing stop motion, so I just decided I'll do the Lego wrestling thing first because that's what I wanted to do that as well. And I was like, I'll just get some experience in the Lego wrestling, and then I'll do my like Star Wars movies and stop motion that I really wanted to do. So I kind of started doing the Lego wrestling thing, and that went on for a while. Um, and then I guess after that, what was I doing? I think the Lego wrestling pretty much continued up until the point where I started making MOCs. So I think my first ever like MOC video on this channel was when I started the pod race. And of course, I never finished that, but that was I think the first like video I made in regards to like Lego Star Wars on this channel. Then after that, I kind of built my AT-AT walker. So I think I did a video on that. And then at the point, I guess at this point, I wasn't really interested in being like a Lego YouTuber. I was still mostly just like making videos of the Lego stuff that I made anyways. But the thing that really made me want to be a quote unquote Lego YouTuber was last summer actually, I was sent a Chris Productions video of a Scarif that he was working on, and I was just so amazed by it. And I was just like, yeah, I feel like I need to start documenting my builds on YouTube and do a build series. So I think last year after that, I was like, okay, let's figure out what I want to build. And I think initially I was going to do like a Jakku MOC because I just built my Millennium Falcon. So I wanted to do something with that. And Garrett messages me like a picture of a little Scarif thing that he's working on. He basically just put together two of that Battle on Scarif sets. And he's like, hey, check this out. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I thought about it, and I'm like, well, hey, look, like I'm going to this Lego convention anyways. Do you want to do like a collaboration? Because I have an AT-AT walker. You have a little Scarif thing. We can do like a little Scarif MOC. So he was like, yeah, he agreed to it. So then he brought his Scarif over here, like his little thing that he was working on. And mind you, he hadn't really built any MOCs up until this point. So this was kind of his first experience making a MOC. And he showed me that, and then I pulled out my walker. We put it up next to it, and we got all these crazy ideas, and we took that version of Scarif up to a convention here in Houston called Comic Palooza. Had a really good time, and then we started kind of taking a look back at it, the MOC, and we were like, okay, we need to do more. So we started kind of like brainstorming, like, oh, we can do this scene, we can also do this scene. And then it ultimately just ended up evolving into the Scarif that you guys see in the Scarif video that I made. That big 16-foot long MOC. So that's really where I started with like Lego YouTube. And then of course I made the video on my Falcon, which did pretty well. And now me and Garrett are working on Scarif. So yeah. I think I would have done, I think when I first started like deciding I wanted to build MOCs, I didn't really consider YouTube. I was just like, I want to build MOCs and I want to go to conventions. Like that's what I want to do for fun. And then I saw like how great the Lego YouTube community was, and I was like, it would make sense to start documenting the builds on YouTube as well. Then of course Garrett decided he wanted to start making MOCs, so we started doing some collaborations. Did I say Scarif again? I don't know how I get the two confused. Who is my favorite Lego YouTuber? My favorite builder is Brick Plumber. I don't know if you necessarily call him a Lego YouTuber per se, but my favorite like active Lego YouTuber, I don't know. I have to think about that. Says, what is the most inappropriate / useless Lego Star Wars set for me? Inappropriate. I can't think of anything that's like inappropriate, but as far as useless, probably the Twilight. How do you decide what MOC to build? I think, well, whenever I first started building MOCs in general, I came up with a pretty long list of things I wanted to build. And up until pretty much recently, I'd pretty much known like what I wanted to build out of that list. But once like these new movies started coming out and people started doing like build series around them and they got a lot of hype, kind of then decided, maybe to do some builds from those because they're very timely and people get excited for them. And then like I see the movie and my initial reaction is, oh, I want to build that. So it's really just whatever I'm most excited or inspired about. What sets should you buy for Crait? Glad we could inspire you. Definitely the defense on Crait set. I think that's the most obvious one. If you plan on having walkers in it, obviously the ATM 6. That thing's been on some pretty good discounts. And I don't know. I think that's pretty good for it. It's really all you need. It says, do I want to hear a story about how you almost rage quit building the mountain cave? Yeah, sure. What happened? Did it keep breaking on you? Says, do I see myself making a Clone Wars themed MOC anytime in the future? It won't happen anytime soon. I'll tell you that. Says, how many pieces do I think I have? That's a hard question to answer. Millions, I'm sure. Says, why is the room different from streams with Garrett, or is it just the angle? No, so this is my like Lego room. If I had the space in here, this is where we would do the Crait stream, but there's just not enough room to fit that MOC in here. So the MOC is in the game room, which is why. So those are two separate rooms. I'm in here building this section because I have all my parts in here, so it's a lot easier for me to like just grab whatever I need because I need like more parts for this part of the build than we needed for just putting the salt down. Says I was on bag 3, lost a piece, almost freaked out. Hold on, let me go back. You lost a piece in the pages? I can't say that's ever happened to me. I lose pieces like in the plastic, but never between the pages of an instruction book. Do I buy from Bricklink? Absolutely. Just as I really hope you're not actually drinking bleach. You said be safe. How many Star Wars sets do I own? I don't know how many like total, because I have a lot of duplicate like battle packs. Like I have at least 50 first order battle packs. So I don't know how many like total, but as far as unique sets, maybe around 200, maybe 180 to 200. If I was offered a job at Lego, would I accept it? Absolutely. It's like the dream. The TIE Fighter is just the set. I've removed the wings from it. I'm gonna end up breaking, I feel, a significant percentage of it throughout this build. But right now I'm just working on kind of the crater where it initially impacts. So what's my favorite non-UCS Millennium Falcon? I guess the Force Awakens one. All right, see you, Star Wars Trumpet. Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate the help. Says you're a wrestling fan, right? Money in the Bank, NXT TakeOver are in Chicago the same weekend as Brick World. I did not know that at all. Wow. That changes things. Garrett, you want to come to WWE Money in the Bank with me? Yeah, we'll have to see about that. I didn't even know that, dude. Thanks for the heads up. All right, so we got some breaking news that just dropped. Let's see. Let's read this article. Game of Thrones creators David, I don't know how to pronounce his real name. Is it Benioff? And D.B. Weiss to write and produce a new series of Star Wars films. Announced today, new series of films will be separate from both the episodic Skywalker saga and the recently announced trilogy being developed by Rian Johnson. No release dates. Okay, so they're just making a new trilogy. All right, Garrett, you say you're disappointed. Did they announce what timeline it's going to be in? Yeah, we just had some breaking news drop. So we now have 2 officially announced Star Wars trilogies now. I definitely did not see that coming. You don't like the Game of Thrones showrunners. Oh, when you said worst timeline, I thought you meant like they had announced what time the MOC was going to be in. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I have no opinion about the Game of Thrones writers. John Cena, I'm starting to think that you actually live in Vancouver. The whole Houston thing is just a front. It says if I reached 100,000 subs overnight, what would be my reaction? I would probably be somewhere around sweet and cool, somewhere between there. Now that would be ridiculous. I think my first reaction would be like, "What's wrong?" That seems a little fishy. What's up, Brick Wiz? Am I ever going to come to England? I'm sure I will at some point. Whenever we launch the Rich Boy J World Tour. $100,000 subscribers would be absolutely crazy. If I could somehow hit that anytime soon, I'd be a happy boy. Rich Boy J World Tour. One day. Says, can I show you what I'm working on? Do you guys want the camera closer to the build? I don't know. Maybe this will work. So yeah, for those of you who have no idea what I'm doing right now, I'm working on the crater for where the TIE fighter crashes. So it'll initially like hit this spot, and it's gonna roll a little bit. So it's actually gonna leave like a bunch of indentures in the ground, and it's gonna like land right here. So that's kind of the idea. I would never make a Twilight MOC. I would buy Lepin before I made a Twilight MOC. Says my reaction to the comeback of Rey Mysterio. That was dope. He looked like he was in pretty good shape. I was very impressed. Very impressed, very excited. Rey Mysterio is one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. So I was actually pretty excited to see that. Nah, Bailey, you're the last mod standing. So you're going to have to stay here and not go to school. That's cool, right? All right, I'll be right back, guys. I got to go grab some parts from the game room. So I'll be right back. Says, is he going to the game room or the bathroom? The world may never know. I do not keep Lego in the bathroom. I grabbed some, well, I grabbed 1x1 red brick. I'm sorry, 1x1 red brick, 1x2 red brick, as well as some red curved slopes. Lego room tour for 10K. Sure. If I had 10,000 subscribers, I'll do a Lego room tour. Says, have I met any other YouTubers? Well, I've met Brick Plumber. I've met Lego Spencer. He's the one who did that awesome looking First Order Star Destroyer hangar. Other than that, I haven't really met too many YouTubers, to be honest. I'm planning on meeting a lot here, meeting a lot at Brick World. Oh, I guess I've met Beyond the Brick, if that counts. I had an interview on there with my Millennium Falcon, and Garrett and I had an interview with our Scarefuck. Yes, I am on the Facebook group called Lego Star Wars Collections for Diehard Fans. I'll post stuff there every now and again. I just realized I probably should consider where this wing is going to go. I think the wing is going to sit here. I guess now we can... I think I'm actually going to do that. I want to put this wing in the ground. This is kind of sad because this is the only one of these TIE fighters that I have built. And I got to take it apart. I guess this will just encourage me to actually put all my other ones together. Just stream for 6 or 7 hours so I can watch when you get back from school. I can tell you guys, this stream is not going to go on for as long as yesterday's did. What would I think of a B-Wing remake? I think the most recent one's pretty nice. I don't think they need to remake the B-Wing for a little while. Says missed the ATM6 stream, saw one leg. I knew it was going to be huge. Yeah, dude, it's going to be ridiculous. Appreciate it. Now I gotta. Says, do I like soccer? No. Not a huge soccer fan. Would I buy a UCS ski speeder? I mean, I would buy it just because it's a UCS set, and I try to buy all of those, but I certainly wouldn't get excited over that. Says, you less talking than yesterday. Yeah, I got to think a little bit more about this than I did yesterday. Yesterday, I could kind of just look at instructions and just build, but now I got to actually think about what I'm doing. I'm not building. Well, so yeah, I guess technically right now I'm working on a TIE fighter, but I'm not actually like building it per se. I'm trying to make a broken wing out of it that'll sit in the ground. Says if I can make our MOC big enough, would I do the cannon? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if space, time, and money were no option, yeah, I'd have no reason not to do that. All right, see you, Future Brick Studios. Says feels good to talk with the Lego Star Wars fan. You're the only one in your family who likes it. Yeah, I agree. Says is the tie in scale with Kylo's shuttle? I think the Lego TIE Fighter is pretty close to minifig scale, so I'd say yeah. Do I like the cannon? Yeah, it's cool. What did I think about the Han Solo trailer? It was fine. It was all right for what it was. I'm not super excited or anything, but it was all right. Says I thought it was a regular tie crashing in the trailer. No, it's actually it's Special Forces. I just watched it a few minutes ago. It's definitely a Special Forces. What minifig do I have the most of? Definitely the First Order Stormtrooper. Does little bro Jay like Star Wars? I think he tolerates it. I wouldn't say he's like a big fan or anything though. Do you ever experience hiccups in LDD on my laptop? Yeah. Once the build starts getting really big, I get some lag. A Corvus MOC, I would love to do that. How many Stormtroopers do I have? Think I'm probably a little over 200 right now. Appreciate that, Lego guy. What set do I have the most of? The First Order Battle Pack. The original one. I think there'll probably be like 24, a couple dozen snow troopers in the Crait MOC. All right, see you, Future Bricks. For real this time. Says, would I make a First Order army with minifig scale stuff in the background? Yeah, I would love to get that video done. Get a picture of all my First Order peoples. What about a Mandalore MOC? Honestly, I couldn't see myself doing that. If I did a Mandalore MOC, I would do one from like Knights of the Old Republic, but like none of those figures exist, so probably not. Says, have you ever had a problem in LED with refusing stud to Technic hole connections? I don't remember having that problem. Maybe. Not, it does sound kind of familiar, but I don't know. I can't say I used that technique enough to where it became like a big issue. Why am I doing this on a green base plate? That's just filler brick, guys. It's not gonna no part of the smock will be green. That's just what's underneath. Says, will I keep Crait built in my game room after conventions or take it apart? It's going to eventually end up being taken apart in order to build the next MOC we're going to do. Do I play Battlefront 2 a little bit? Says, please do Vardos next. I'd like to. I'd like to do a Vardos MOC at some point. How long does a MOC of this size take? Months and months and months and months and months. Years for most people, I'd say. But we got 2 people working on it, so we can get through it a little bit faster. Just Ice. You should change your name to Icy Boy. Or just 2 Ice. Where do I live? I live in the US. Life-size Gaunt Droid would be fantastic. That's a good idea. Do I have every Lego Star Wars set? Nope, not even close. I have a good percentage of Star Wars minifigs, though. I think I have around 71, 72% of all. I think there's probably around 900 now. It's Crait, the biggest MOC you've ever created. Yep. Although Scarif isn't too far behind. Dude, the UCS Slave one is one of my favorite sets of all time. It's beautiful. How big is my Lego room? It's the size of a bedroom. My favorite Star Wars character is the Emperor. Hey guys, just 2 Ice here. I do not play Galaxy of Heroes. Do I know Jang Bricks? I know of him. Says, how would I react to a Jar Jar buildable figure? The same way I react to every other buildable figure. Lame. Palpatine is definitely my favorite Star Wars character. Favorite Episode 8 character? I think I like Rey the most in Episode 8. I think Finn's still probably my favorite character of all the new people, though. Says, do I dream of half-naked Kylo? No, but I dream of half-off Lego sets. If I could meet an actor from Star Wars, Ian McDermott, definitely. Or Anna Brewster. Are you in Star Wars, poor boy Jay? When am I making the ATST? We're not going to have an ATST in this MOC. As far as we've seen, there are no ATSTs on Crait in the movie, so no reason for us to include it in this MOC. If I could be any Star Wars character, I would want to be Grumgar. So in other words, ridiculously large. Yeah, I would be ridiculously large with the hottest lady in the galaxy. Says, what is my favorite wish for a Star Wars standalone? I would love a live action Clone Wars movie. I think that would be kind of cool. All right, see you, Zach. So is this going to be as long as yesterday's? No. I don't have that in me today, guys. I think I'll probably cut it out in about 2.5 hours. Would I like an Old Republic movie? I think the Adventures of the Old Republic would be better shown in some sort of series, like a TV series. I wouldn't be mad at an Old Republic movie, certainly, but I think that just the nature of the story would be better told in a TV series. It says, what do I think of the Cloud City rumors? I hope it happens. I'd be a very happy boy. Cloud City. Am I going to do a Star Wars Lego mini movie? I feel like at some point I would get back into doing like stop motion for Star Wars. It'd be a lot of fun. Says, why build the set for the ties and not some MOC? I like the set a lot. I'm a big fan of the set. I think it's good. It's a good set. Can I see myself doing a Clone Wars themed MOC? Yeah? Appreciate that, R. Gaming. Favorite Star Wars faction? I'm feeling the First Order. I'm feeling the First Order right now. All right, see you, Lewis. Thanks for coming by, dude. You have a good day as well. Says Jay, I am your greatest fan. I would love to actually know who is my greatest fan. Who would know the most obscure Rich Boy J facts? Maybe I'll do that. Have like trivia day. What is my favorite starship type? Does the Naboo Royal starship count? The big chrome one? Yes, we will have the big wall / door, as well as the caves. Is it morning or evening in the US? Where I am, it's 3:26 p.m. What am I creating? So I'm building a crashed TIE fighter. This wing is like stuck in the ground. And then this section is going to be up here. Appreciate that, Brick Wiz. I know you can't hear me, but I appreciate that, homie. I think this is actually going to look pretty sweet. Once I finish up kind of with this section, I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to bring you guys closer to it to give you a better look at exactly what I'm doing. Because I'm pretty proud of the technique that I've come up with. So am I going to make a track behind the TIE fighter, like a marking trail? Yeah. So actually, when the TIE fighter, the cockpit, it's going to be like up here. The impact will happen right here. So that's where like the first crash will happen. This wing actually gets shot off while it's in the air, so it lands. It doesn't land with it. It lands kind of right beside it. That's why this wing is here. And then it's going to leave a trail when it rolls this way. So there's going to be like bits and pieces of it in here. And then there's going to be basically parts of the other wing kind of laying around in this area. But yeah, this thing, I think it's going to look pretty sweet. I'm actually really happy with the fact that this idea that I had actually seems to be working out pretty well. What's up, Kick Zote Brood? What's up, Lucky Meatball? Nice to see you here again. Two by... All right, so I'm going to take the camera off the tripod, and I'm going to show you guys what's happening right here. So you can see here, there's a TIE Fighter wing. It's in the ground. And you can see I kind of use these wedge plates to have it, like, looks like it's stuck in there. And that's essentially what it's going to look like in the MOC. So obviously those will be white. I didn't have enough of those in white to do it now. But the wing is going to be basically stuck in the ground, kind of next to where the cockpit crashes. So you imagine the way it's going to look. The TIE Fighter, it gets shot out of the sky. The wing on this side falls off, lands in the ground right there. It hits the ground here, which leaves that like red crater. And then it's going to roll, and it'll stop like right here. So there's going to be the like cockpit, the wing stuck in the ground, and then there's going to be pieces of the other wing scattered around on that side. So I'm actually really happy with the way this is coming out. Brig plug you, dude. I'm gonna hit you up on Insta. I may need to stop by and pick up some parts. So I'm glad that this section kind of works. Now I can kind of continue with the crater area. Actually, I think what I'll do, I'll first kind of fill in the section over there, and then we can keep it moving. What's my favorite Netflix series? I'm liking BoJack Horseman right now. I think Black Mirror is pretty great as well. I don't watch a ton of Netflix, but those two shows I have seen. Netflix and chill. How about Star Wars and chill? Says, will there be red around the ring and the ground? Yeah. There's going to be, I'm going to have to basically kind of build it onto the wing, but yeah. Can I adopt you? I'm not currently looking for any children. Old Republic Netflix series would be amazing. I would love that. All right, hold on. I'm going to close my window. All right. What's up, Kylo Ren? First Star Wars movie I watched, it was probably episode 1. Stormy Bricks, what's good, dog? Thanks, Lego guy. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Hope to see you again very soon. It's always nice to have you guys in here to talk to, of course, but then also, like, it's nice that you enjoy the Lego Star Wars talk so much. I think all of us enjoy talking about Lego Star Wars, but we don't always have, people around us to talk about it with. So it's nice that we can all come to one place and just talk Lego Star Wars, I think. Yes, I did eat a bin full of butter. I ate multiple bins full of butter. I'm on the new diet, guys. It's the 100% butter diet. I'll let you know how it works. A lightly cooked battle pack box. Yeah, I eat my boxes that the sets come in. Someone asked me what I do with them. You gotta eat them, guys. That's the best way. Just Ice says his crush keeps on friend zoning him. You said you tried the advice I gave you. So you told her that you watched all of Rich Boy J's videos and she still friend zoned you. If that happened, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Lego the complete saga over girls. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, in order to become mod, you gotta give me 1,000 Republic credits. A Lego a day keeps the gold digger away. Have I registered for Brick World yet? No, I have not. I actually need to do that. Thanks for reminding me. What's up, Yellow Wars Production? Tips for terrain. Well, this is like the first crashed thing that I ever built, so I guess we'll learn together. How do I have such a vast supply of Lego pieces used for MOCs? I've just been collecting for a while. Placed a lot of bricklink orders, bought a lot of pick-a-brick cups. Just, I have a lot of time into it. Says the MOC registration is April or early May. Oh, a Lego store and a Discovery Center? That's pretty dope. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I'm super hyped for Brick World. I can't believe I've gone all this time and I haven't used a brick separator. Now I'm trying to figure out where it is. That's interesting. Do you guys ever feel like not getting like I have these two pieces, I have these two plates, but I didn't feel like taking them apart, so I just grabbed two new ones. Do you guys ever do that? Do you ever build lazily, or will you go ahead and take them apart? That's awesome, Lewis. I can't wait to meet you as well. What are you going to be displaying? 13 MOCs. Holy crap. Are they Star Wars? Please tell me they're Star Wars. They're Star Wars, right? Corey, check the description of this video. Your question is answered in the FAQ. Base plate size vignettes. That sounds awesome, dude. I can't wait to see it. I feel like most of the conventions I go to, there isn't a ton of Star Wars MOCs, so I'm excited for this one. I cannot speak Dutch. Says you have $520. What should you buy? You should buy a Star Wars Lego set. Awesome. Lewis, what Brick Worlds have you been to? Have you been to a bunch of them before? How many have you been to, rather? I guess that's a better question. How tall is the ATM6? It's 33.5 inches tall. $4 or 5 years. That's awesome. Nice to see you're finally displaying. The first con I went to was in 2013. It would have been Legoland Star Wars Days that year. Says, if I could have 100 of any minifig, what would it be? I'd want more First Order Stormtroopers. What I think of the new Han Solo sets? Well, I actually I answered that question in the most recent episode of Lego Star Wars Talk. So look at Lego Star Wars Talk episode 4, part, I think 2. I think part 2, we talk about the Han Solo sets. A 100 Coleman Trevor's. I'm probably going to end up with 100 Coleman Trevor's. Actually, no, he's not in that battle pack anymore. I was going to say after I buy all those Clone battle packs, but I forgot he's not even in that anymore. I went up with 100 Kiadi Bundys. Says, do I have 15 Mace Windu's? I have 3. I have the Clone Wars one. Actually, no, I have 4. So I have I think I have every Mace Windu now, actually. No, that's not true. The only Mace Windu I'm missing is the one from, I don't remember the name of the set, but it's basically the set where they confront Palpatine, where it's like, it looks like the second most updated Mace Windu, but he has tan legs. So I have basically every Mace Windu except him. I have the light up one. I have the Clone Wars one. I have the most recent one from that speeder. And I have the one from the ATTE. Palpatine's arrest, that's it. How did I forget the name of that set? Where is Chosen Warrior? Guys, I'm actually starting to get a little bit concerned. We don't know the whereabouts of Chosen Warrior, and it's making me sick to my stomach. If anyone knows where Chosen Warrior is, please send a text message to 555-263-2727. We need to find Chosen Warrior, guys. This is not a test. This is not a joke. Says he's going to make a huge mock about the planets Felucia and Corellia. Well, it seems that we're going to get to see a lot of Corellia in the new Han Solo movie, so we should get some pretty good reference material from that, I think. Nah, John Cena, it's all about that 281, bruh. You're making an exact replica of David Hall's Kashyyyk mock? Why? I doubt his mock is copyrighted. What would my life be like if I didn't like Lego Star Wars? I'd have a lot of extra money. That's for sure. Says, guess who is here? Is it Chosen Warrior? Have you seen him? Is Chosen Warrior finally here? Nah, what's up, N8? Dude, I'm still trying to figure out where the heck Chosen Warrior is. What if we never see him again? May I ask who Chosen Warrior is? He is a man, a myth, and a legend. Chosen Warrior just comes and goes like the wind. I feel like he came into my life and then just left so suddenly. Chosen Warrior strikes back or the Chosen Warrior awakens. The Chosen Warrior would never strike back. Chosen Warrior is a lover, not a fighter. So have I ever done trig because you're working on your trig homework? I never took a trig class, but I've definitely done my fair share of trig. It says, when are you seeing the Han Solo movie? The day it comes out. Of course. What was my favorite subject? I can't really say. I can't say I liked any particular subject, to be honest. What do I think of stud shooters? They're garbage. I throw them away. Says at least put them in the recycling bin, then in the trash. I'll put my stud shooters in the recycling bin and then put the recycling bin in the trash. Start collecting them. Yeah, I should do that. Next giveaway, guys. It's going to be a stud shooter giveaway. Says, who is my favorite bounty hunter? Or Singh. First Lego set I ever got was the Anakin's Pod Racer. Probably. That's the earliest one I can remember. Says, nah, man, you got to go with Fett or Bosk. I like Aura Singh, okay? Gosh, let me live. Yeah, working on the Crash TIE Fighter. I got the wing sitting in the ground. I got the first little crater that it leaves, so it's going to basically hit there, roll a little bit, and then land right here. Appreciate that, Innate. Says, does it break me to break it? No, I have a bunch more that I'm actually going to build, so I don't mind having this one broken. It's annoying because I don't have the other ones built, so now I don't have a built TIE Fighter here, but I think it's going to look much cooler destroyed here. That's half a wing. The other half of it, well, some of it's right here. Yeah, I just kind of have it sitting in there. If I could watch only one Star Wars movie for the rest of my life, it'd be episode 4. Easily. It's the only Star Wars movie that was made without the intention of a sequel initially. Or without like the reliance on any other movie. So definitely episode 4. Can I show the leg one time? Sure. Yeah, and then I'm just not looking at the chat as much. I'm just it's a little bit harder to like actually think about what I'm building and try to look back and forth at the chat. So I'm trying to do the best I can. So his favorite part of the vehicle MOCs, usually the interior, I'd say. See what happens when you don't have your wingman. If you can get your immune system together, I'd be happy. Good luck on your job interview, dude. May the force be with you. What's up, Mini Brick? One by ones. What's up, Gaming Vault 7? I want everyone in the chat to wish Garrett good luck in getting well soon. He's come down with a bad case of the suds, so He's hanging in there. Welcome back, Lucky Meatball. Yeah, guys, 1 sub for Garrett equals 1,000 respects. Those swole ankles. So what LED lights do I use? I just use the power functions ones that come in Lego sets. Nothing too special. Actually, I have a porg in my Falcon. I don't have enough to do an entire nest, though, unfortunately. I'm actually going to be in Vancouver at the end of this month. I think I'm going to be there on the 29th. Yeah, I'm going to be in Vancouver on the 29th of this month. Look out for me, guys. Brick World, Vancouver. Let's get it. What are my thoughts on Battlefront 2? I like it a lot. It's a very fun game in my opinion. It says, are I my Lego room or regular room? This is my Lego room. If this were my regular room, I would love to see what like a Lego room equivalent would look like. Everything is chrome in the future. Have ever found a lot of blue studs on the pick-a-brick wall? You mean the trans blue ones? Yeah, actually. I bought most of them. I have a giant bag of trans blue studs now. After we spent, so much time looking high and low for the trans blue studs for the Scarif MOC, I vowed that the next time I found them on the pick-a-brick wall, I would buy a bunch. To be fair, that was a while ago. I'd say our pick-a-brick wall really isn't very good right now. Opinion on the Han Solo movie? I'm not excited for it. How did the interior turn out on the ATM6? I'm pretty happy with it. I had to omit one of the rooms in it just because it would be hindered by one of the legs, or actually both of the legs. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. Are there multiple levels? Yeah, there's 2 levels. I had to omit the 3rd level. What's my favorite kind of Star Destroyer? I'm really liking the First Order Star Destroyer right now, so I may go with that one. Favorite starfighter, the Naboo. Naboo starfighter. The best version of the Tri-Fighter is the most recent one. Favorite droid? I got to go with the Droideka. Send in the Droidekas. They are no match for Droidekas. Favorite class in Battlefront 2? Heavy. So should I buy older sets or the newer versions because they are more collectible? Just buy which version you think is the best. I think that's typically the newer version. Appreciate that, Lucky Meatball. What's up, TEC Productions? How's the mod squad going? I haven't really worked on the mod squad. Yesterday, I felt like I was streaming all day for the ATM6, and then I started working on this today. So I haven't really had a chance to work on the mod squad. Favorite part of The Last Jedi? The Snoke and Kylo Ren and Rey showdown. Garrett will be, I guess, in the next episode of Lego Star Wars Talk that we do. Just Ice, what is up with you and Bleach? That's what I'd like to know. Says, should you expand on your Lego Crait MOC? Is that? I mean, I guess sure, yeah, but I don't know if you feel you've done enough. I'd say maybe move on to something else. I'd only expand on something if you felt you didn't do enough on it before. Says, what do I think of the recent announcement of a series of Star Wars films by the directors of Game of Thrones? I can't say I have an opinion on it because I've never watched Game of Thrones. Garrett seems to not be so happy with it, so I think that discourages me a little bit because I trust his opinion on a lot of things, except for the Lego Twilight. But yeah, I don't know. What did I think of The Last Jedi? I loved it. Garrett, is this channel actually about meatballs? If so, I've been missing out. No. Oh, well, that's disappointing. He said best meatball related channel. I just assumed that it would actually be about meatballs. It says choose one, Twilight or Lepin. I already said that. I'm going with Lepin over the Twilight. I have to check his mock out. Yeah, everyone in the chat is so friendly. We helped get Garrett to, what, are you at 85 subs now? We helped show our support for, God dang it. For Clone Warrior in his time of need. Should throw a party for Garrett. We're going to throw a get well party for Garrett. We can have it at my house. But all of you have to help me work on Crait. This MOC is going to be based primarily on the movie version and not Battlefront. He says, "Am I gonna have a pilot climbing out of the tie, or did he die?" I don't know. We'll figure out something creative to do with the pilot. I wanted to have him like in a parachute, kind of, I don't know, surviving the crash, floating away somewhere, but I don't know. Depends on whether or not we can actually implement that somehow. You want a close-up of the tie wing? Sure. So that's the crater. And then that's the wing in the ground. Yeah. So I'm actually getting pretty hungry, guys. I think I'm gonna end up closing the stream out at 5 o'clock, so in 10 minutes. Been building for about 5 hours straight, so pretty happy with that time. Got a decent amount of progress done. All right, see you in 8. Says, am I a Lego Pro builder? I'd like to think so. Not officially, though. Garrett is actually designing Kylo Ren's ship. He had, a pretty decent amount of the cockpit finished, but he decided he wanted to redesign a lot of it, so I can't really say how much he has designed right now. %. Garrett says he's 20% done. Guys, check out the FAQ for whether or not you can be a mod. It's in the description of this video. We answer all of your most important questions. Yeah, guys, get some sleep. Pretty happy with what I've been able to get done. I think ultimately, here, I'll give you guys a close-up. So that's the wing in the ground. That's where the TIE fighter is gonna, essentially it hits there first. Then it's gonna roll and land somewhere over here. Tried to put some like debris looking pieces in there. And of course, everything splits down the middle because these are two separate base plates. It says, have I ever tried inventorying my collection with rebrickable? No. I have way too many parts for that. I would be doing that. Oh my god, I can't even imagine that. I would love to, but it would just be too much. Be way too much. And God forbid I lose something. That would be awful. Yeah. So I think I'm about ready to go ahead and finish this stream up, guys. Appreciate everyone for watching. Hope you like the progress. Got a wing sticking out of the ground, which I think is pretty cool. It looks pretty sweet. Of course, I'm gonna have to at some point like make it look damaged, so have like some flames coming from it and have it, you know, be scorched in some areas. So it'll be a pretty good time. I'm a little happy with the crater right now. I think I'm probably gonna change it up a little bit. Like I think I like the main impact part, but I wasn't really sure. Like I'm gonna have to figure out maybe a better way to have the skid mark coming this way. I don't think I want to just use a bunch of slopes for that. I'm thinking I'll probably leave this crater in here, but then maybe just use plates to kind of have it skidding, because it really shouldn't be too deep into the ground after that initial collision. It should just kind of skim the surface of it. So that's a job for another day. Happy with where I got here. Got a mess of parts on my desk right now. I'm gonna have to clean all this up, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know there was less talking on this stream because there was more thinking. Had to kind of figure out how we're gonna design this thing, but I think this is a pretty good start. So once again, guys, appreciate you all for being here. As I always say, if you like what I do, go ahead, hit the like button, support the video. Hit the subscribe button, support the channel. And I'll be back again very soon. If Garrett gets well at some point during this week, maybe we'll be able to live stream. Probably not, though. I'm thinking our next live stream is probably not going to be until sometime next week, unfortunately. So the nice thing about that is he just got some parts in. So we're going to be able to finish up a lot of the salt. I'm thinking we should really be able to have this entire section finished sometime next week. So that'll be really good. Then we can start moving on to some of the crashed resistant skimmers, which I think will be really fun. And as well as some of the lines in the ground that the skimmers are going to leave. So this MOC is trudging along pretty well. Happy with the progress. And I'll see you guys I'm guessing, so the next time you'll probably see me is on the update video for this weekend. So make sure you check that out. I'm going to be showing off the ATM6 part that I've built. Going to be showing off the parts of Crait that we have finished up. And then we're going to probably announce in that video when the next actual live stream with me and Garrett is going to be, assuming he can make it through the week. Hoping you can, Garrett. I'm pulling for you, buddy. And we'll be back again very soon, guys. So take care. I'm going to go eat because I am very hungry. It's not good to build on an empty stomach. It says maybe we'll get a surprise stream tomorrow. Probably not. I wouldn't. I don't want to give the wrong impression. Those surprise streams aren't going to happen very often. It was just kind of a thing that happened last week since Garrett was already over here. But yeah, see you guys. See you guys. Thanks for coming by.